One thing I can't understand is I know I work with a lot of foreigners and I be talking to them. They already came over here like with 50 racks, 10 racks on food stamps. How? I don't understand, but they did that. It happened. And they over here and they really not, I'm not saying they taking jobs, but they over here and they flooding the plants. And these are the jobs that's paying. I'm in here. I see them every day. It's a whole shift full of people that's not from here. It's crazy. It's like, how are they doing that? It's been people that's been waiting on these type of jobs for like years and years and years. These are literal plant jobs, Chrysler, all that type, and they just walking right into them. It's crazy. And they having so much money, it's really crazy. Go to the malls, you gonna see all of them there. Like, that's crazy to me. It's crazy.
Soon as I see a Gucci man, on God, on my soul, I flatline in broad daylight. Drop the location. Where the next show at? Where the next show? I bet you I'll be out there with the damn Glock on my hip and with just me here, man, breathe. Yeah, I bet y'all flatline. But listen, y'all, I'm trying my absolute best to expose the Gucci, but they keep, every time I try to post receipts, they keep taking my down. Hell no, I'm not letting shit go. I'm not gonna stop is in jail, cause I'm downtown. Like, where's the federal building? Anybody know where the federal building at? I'm right here by the Coca-Cola. I'm trying to go file a lawsuit. I contact attorneys. Nobody want to help me. They think I'm crazy. Everybody think I'm crazy. I ain't waiting on me. I don't need Gucci man. Black.
Voting for Donald Trump. I can't get over these numbers. $10 million for Beyonce to stiff up and fix Kamala Harris publicly. $5 million for Megan Thee Stallion. $3 million for Lizzo. $1.8 million for Eminem. I mean, is that normally how it goes? You spend $20 million, you get yourself in debt to try to get a bunch of rich celebrities on stage? I've never seen that. Maybe I'm ignorant of the fact, but wow.
I was not going to talk about this, but it's not my business, but I'm going to talk about it. I'm just going to warn you guys. Anyways, so I'm in Stellenbosch University, and there's girls that I know in Stellenbosch. There's a girl I know. Let me just speak about this girl. There's a girl I know. She's in Stellenbosch. She's not from here. She's not from Cape Town and things like that. She came from wherever. Like, I don't know, maybe Bujobeke, Northern Cape, Northwest. I'm not going to say exactly because I feel like a lot of people know her. And she came to Cape Town, Stellenbosch, and obviously people from Stellenbosch groove in Cape Town, whatsoever. And for the girls, they end up in clubs like Saints, they end up in clubs like Ayep Yep. Okay, ne? And those clubs, you get Nigerian men. Those clubs are where you get ballers, men with money, men who will give. Okay, no problem, ne? You will find those men there, and you'll definitely get one, ne? My thing is, you guys put yourselves in the lion's den. First of all, you've never been to Cape Town. Or if you've been, you've come with your family and you've gone. You've never seen the life here, Cape Town. I've stayed in Cape Town before. My whole life has been in Cape Town, let me just say. So we know how these Nigerian men are. And Banyanaba poster, guys, these girls, she's in second year. Since first year, girl has been a club goer. Girl has been dating these ballers and things like that and what. I'm not judging it. But I just want to say, the annoying part about this is you guys know how these Nigerian men are. And then you're going to be quick to post up pictures about justice for Nontigelo. Nontigelo knew what she was doing when she was going to Saints and sleeping with that man and being in a Urus. I'm just saying, like, guys, be careful. Be careful. You get excited and you see all these nice things in Cape Town. You will go missing. We know. For us who stay here, we know what's going on. You get here, varsity student, you go to Cape Town, and it's all lovely. Chomi, you will cry. Guys, please be careful. Nigerian men are not... There's nothing cute. There is nothing cute. Please be careful. I'm not being discriminative or whatsoever, but this is the reality. Guys, even safe. I'm watching Instagram stories, and I love it for you guys. I'm not jealous. I'm not anything. Just be safe. I stay in Parklands, and I know what goes down. These men stay in Parklands, they stay in Sunnydale, they stay in those sides, Tableview. Go to Cape Town with their nice cars. Trafficking chomi. Hi, ask me, I know. It's December, and varsity students are just acting like Kumunate. Body bag. Be careful, guys. Be careful.
Me, I don't like
You are
to be
touching my
touched.
ground.
Which ground?
You are touching my ground.
Is this China?
This one is
Is
our
this China?
property.
This one?
This one is Namibia.
I'm asking you, is this China?
This one is Namibia
You
ground,
must
but
behave.
we are entitled.
Behave like a foreigner. You understand? You
This
must
is
behave
Namibia.
like a foreigner.
You want to hit me?
No, I'm not hitting you. I'm telling
Let
you.
it come. Go ahead.
Look here. Two people sleeping on one single bed. You understand? No, first let me show you before we go and sit with you.
You guys want to know what's crazy? The stores are really trying to get rid of, look, it's $1. They're really trying to get rid of these Kellogg's products. People aren't buying this stuff no more because they know it's trash and it's poisoning our kids. All that stuff about the Kellogg's and they're being sued. Yep, other companies are going to go down too. See, watch. The revolution will be televised. Don't fall for it. Don't buy the crap. It's only $1, but it's crap. It's all kinds of nasty stuff in there, okay? Don't fall for it. This is store's last-ditch efforts to try and get rid of the product and make some money off of it because they know that it's going under.
Every now and again, I happen to address certain comments that will showcase. So this person here basically stated that they have a problem, a unique problem, a very specific and a personal problem when I bring up topics dealing with Black women and how it makes them very uncomfortable. And I simply stated, sad to say that I do talk about Black women a lot, and I'm obsessed with Black women, but that's because I love Black women. If that's a problem, then talk to God about it. I can't help you with that issue, basically letting them know that is a personal problem. Their response was, "You love Black women? Question mark. Do you like kissing her in the mouth after Chad was just with her there so she can share Chad's with you? You nasty. And if you deal with Black women, darn what she was doing with Chad. I don't think you like Black women. You like being used." And it's a little bit confusing on if I state that, let's say I care about the Black community, I'll have Black people or whoever basically come up and say, "Oh no, you don't really care about the Black community. You're a traitor, you're this, you're that, because you only specifically want to talk about the negative things in the Black community, yada." Never mind the critiques that I actually give and ways to actually fix certain things, which people tend not to watch videos on. And in the same instance, if I happen to say that I love Black women, I'll get comments like this where people will try to tell me otherwise, and they'll make these huge generalizations as if every single Black woman is directly out there with a Jeff, John, Don, and whatnot or whatever, which is completely nonsensical. Because again, if that was the case, then that would mean that the greater majority of the populace of the children that are born in the Black community would all be biracial. And we know that's not the case. Yeah. But anyways, like I said, people are free to have their own opinions, even if they're stupid and they don't specifically know what it is that they're talking about. Very great question. And there was a elder Black woman that had a very great response. I didn't put in this video. I'll more than likely put it in the up and coming video. And some people will basically see the back and forth there and get the full response. But to shorten it, what she pretty much said is that the United States government will give all of these immigrants tons of money. They will just give them whatever their hearts desire, and they will heavily tax them because they have control over them. They know at the end of the day, once they serve their purpose, once they don't need them anymore, they could just strip them of their citizenship and send them directly back home. So the reason why it is that they don't do the exact things for Black people that should be done is because they can't strip Black people of their citizenship. They know that once Black people just so happen to get that money, they can do whatever it is that they want to do with that money, and that is pretty much it. So that's another reason why it is that Black people won't get certain fundings or monies the same way that other walks of life or other groups of people will happen to get that help. Let me be honest, I'm tired of seeing women go online once everything is said and done, right? We're looking at something that was probably like 20 years ago or whatnot, right? And you are looking at the image and then you see the woman now. Obviously, when she was back then and she had all the choices in the world and she was with somebody that was up and coming, that had that celebrity, that street cred, but she was happy. She was able to get a little bit of toys and trinkets directly from that. But now when people are washed up, nobody's focused on them. Nobody's actually looking at them. They look at social media. They look at what other women are doing and they're like, you know what? That's a good idea. Maybe I should do the exact same thing so I can jumpstart my career from the standpoint of where I am, instead of trying to really fixate on myself, trying to make something of myself, trying to start my own business, instead of trying to leverage some type of form of being within proximity or being next to another celebrity man and trying to use his name in order to get some type of clout. Again, this is nonsensical. This is crazy. Hopefully people don't feed too much directly into this. And yeah. And again, last but not least, if she has something that she wanted to state, then she should have stated that 20 years ago. I'm just going to be real. Don't try to do it now because this seems to be the it thing to do in order to get instant fame and money. It's crazy. I'm just going to be honest. This is coming yet again from a man who doesn't have a dog in this race. Obviously, I've said that, so many times throughout videos and live streams that some people in the back are Johnny-come-latelys and they don't seem to understand, even though I'm putting out content and I'm repeating the exact same thing. My main point is to show the fact that when it dealt with the Democratic Party, that the main thing that they try to go off of is the emotions of women. If you look directly at the money that was spent, and I'm guessing that this was some of the money that was raised and where they decided to put it, they put millions upon millions of dollars on celebrities in order to get these endorsements when they could have put this money directly into the Black community, of which they wanted these votes directly from. This was money mismanaged. This was money misused, and they are in a deficit of what some people are saying of upwards of $20 million, even though that over the all, you've had $1 billion that was raised, supposedly, allegedly, $1 billion that was raised for the whole of Kamala Harris's run. And I think this was probably about like 100 days that she was, pretty much running and trying to pitch the idea of her taking the seat in the White House. And the other thing that I want to bring up is to showcase the fact that if the Democratic Party actually cared about Black women, then they would have made sure to put intelligence. They would have made sure to put knowledge. They would have made sure to put self-worth and love on the stage versus showcasing Black women shaking their backsides and doing all this other type of stuff to other Black women. Again, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of a man as if the Democratic Party was playing with the intelligence of Black women directly in front of their faces. And for whatever reason, Black women did just so happen to eat that up, not realizing how it is that they are being portrayed yet again in the media. And this is something that I've touched on before about Black women having control of their own image and how it's being misinterpreted, misused, and how others are able to make money directly off of it. And you just literally watched Black women raise money for the Kamala Harris campaign, and you watched the Democratic Party put Black women directly on stage. Also, mind you, that out of the women up there, Meg Thee Stallion actually went to college. She graduated. She has a degree. But instead of having her speaking as an educated Black woman, they had her up there as entertainment. Now, I put this video up here because all too often, the main people that I always happen to hear around the world are individuals who want to state that Black men are just everything detrimental. They mean the utmost harm when it deals with women. So for this specific example, this African woman was talking about African men, very specific African men, and how it is that women will go to these clubs in order to find the ballers, the guys who got the money, who are willing to just spend and show these women a good time. And she also specifically gave a warning to these women, letting them know that, yeah, you can go out there and find a baller. You can also find something else that is very much detrimental when it deals with you and your life and your well-being. And I'm putting this out there because a lot of women seem to only want to believe one narrative when it deals with Black American men. The whole world, in a sense, wants to believe that narrative. But I've made sure throughout my years of doing social media that I have shown videos of different men around the world being detrimental to either the societies that they are part of or the groups that they are a part of, to try to break apart that narrative so that people can actually be smarter when it is that they decide to believe in a certain type of narrative. That, okay, I've seen these multitude of other videos showcasing men of other races committing atrocious, whatever acts. It's not just this one specific group, and then every other group of men are just wholesome, great, good, God-fearing, and treat women well and all this other type of stuff. But again, at the end of the day, people are free to believe whatever it is that they specifically want to believe. So I wanted to put this video out there because I've talked a great variety about people who are African in a multitude of ways. But the main thing at the core, this is something that I want for all of the African people there. I want them to realize the value that they have. I want them to have the type of self-love that they should have. I want them to have that type of respect. You were able to see that. That man, that African man, stood up there. He was like, yo, is this China? Are we on Chinese land right now? It's like, yo, act like you're a guest. Act like you're a foreigner. You better show me respect, because we're going to have problems. I like that. Like I said, I want all of the African people there to stand up the same exact way that this African man stood up, because the moment in time that you do, you're really going to start to see how the world will treat you and how they look at you at the end of the day. You'll start to hear, you won't hear none of these niceties no more. You won't hear people talking about, oh, they love you and nah. It's not going to be that. There's going to be a lot of hate that is going to take place. There's going to be a lot of hate that's going to happen, both from within and especially outside, because people know that they're not going to be able to come to you and treat you as if you are of low value, because you yourself have registered that you are of a certain worth. And because you are at that certain worth, people have to come to you, talk to you, and treat you the way that you tell them to, not what it is that they want to do. That's exactly why that Asian man walked off, because he knew if he stayed there any longer, it was going to be problems, and it was going to be problems that he wasn't ready to see, nor was he prepared to deal with. At the end of the day, trash food is just trash food. This is because of Robert Kennedy Jr. coming out and stating a lot of things. This is actually for the better. The quicker that we can get rid of a lot of the food changes that have happened over the last 20 to 30 years, the quicker that we can get rid of a lot of the trash, and then we can start to put in the good, the better foods, where it will actually enable the immune system, help out the longevity. It will cancel out a lot of the negative ailments that we receive from a variety of the garbage that we consume every single day. The better it will be for everybody in the United States, right? It will be less of a burden on the healthcare system. You'll have less kids out here dealing with obesity and, bad hearts and cholesterol and hypertension and, again, a lot of the things that you normally see. And again, children should not be facing or dealing with any of these issues at all. That's more so problems that adults should be facing. But we're also in combination living in a day and age where a lot of kids are used to the virtual world. They're used to video games, and they don't know how to just do, half and half, where it's like, all right, I play some video games, but also, I'm going to, eat better, and I'm going outside to play with my friends, do some sports, just run around, get some exercise, and, different things like that. So, again, this is a positive. Hopefully it will cause a avalanche effect, and we will see more cleaning of house when it details the food industry and markets in general. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.